Golden Retrievers. Everyone thinks of them as sweet, cheerful dogs with wagging tails and happy smiles. But did you know that behind that golden grin lies one of the most sensitive hearts of any dog breed? Goldens don't get angry, they don't lash out, but they do endure. They quietly withdraw, curl up, and grow sad over things that may seem small to you. You hug them too tightly, they feel suffocated. You scold them for having an accident, they don't understand why. You're too busy and leave them home alone all day, their little hearts ache with every passing minute. They don't talk, they don't protest, but they feel everything. And in today's video, we'll uncover the 12 things Golden Retrievers hate the most that humans often do, so you can love your pup the right way and avoid unintentionally hurting their loving hearts. Are you ready? The first one may sound harmless, but it's something that's left more Goldens depressed than you'd ever imagine. 1. Hugging too tightly feels like love to you, like suffocation to them. You think hugging tightly shows affection? But to a Golden, a highly sensitive breed, a tight hug can feel like an invisible cage. They may love closeness, but that doesn't mean they want to be squeezed in your arms all the time, especially if they're tired, overheated, or simply craving space. They won't fight it. They'll gently turn their head, pull away, or sigh softly, like saying, "Mom, I'm tired." Don't let your loving gesture become their most uncomfortable moment. Have you ever noticed your pup quietly turning away when you hug them? And the next thing meant to keep them cool might actually cause lasting harm. 2. Shaving their coat looks nice to you, feels like a loss to them. A hot summer day and you think, let's shave off that thick coat so they're cooler. But did you know that coat is what keeps your Golden safe? It not only insulates against the cold, but regulates heat in the summer. Shaving it off removes their natural air conditioner. Worse, if shaved too close, the fur may not grow back the same, leaving thin patches, wiry spots, or scars that never quite heal. You think you're helping, but they just feel exposed, vulnerable, and even embarrassed. Has your pup ever gone quiet after a haircut? The next one involves no clippers, but brings very real pain. 3. Skipping brushing seems minor to you, feels like torture to them. Or you're busy and think, I'll brush them tomorrow. But for Goldens, with their thick, tangle-prone coats, every missed day means more painful knots. Matted fur pulls on their skin, causes irritation, and can lead to infections. They won't cry, they'll just scratch quietly, whimper softly, or lie still, not wanting to move. Brushing isn't just grooming, it's healing. A chance to touch, comfort, and gently untangle discomfort, like a mom brushing out her child's hair. Have you ever seen your pup drift off, eyes half closed while you brushed them? If you think brushing is enough, wait until you hear what they hate the most, something you probably do every day. 4. Being left home alone. Loneliness is their cruelest punishment. Golden Retrievers aren't solitary dogs. Their hearts are built for companionship. But every morning, as you close that door behind you, they turn away, curl into a corner, and sigh. They don't know when you'll be back. They only know how to wait. They don't need a pile of toys. They need you. Because to them, you're not just an owner, you're family. If your Golden chews things, barks excessively, or digs, maybe they're not being bad. Maybe they're crying for help. If you ever thought, they're used to it by now. The next thing hurts more than loneliness itself. 5. Being yelled at. One harsh word can break their spirit. Goldens are among the most emotionally sensitive breeds. They deeply feel your tone, body language, and emotions. When you shout, point, or scold, they don't think in terms of right or wrong. They only feel, Mom is mad. Mom doesn't love me anymore. Especially when they're young, Scolding them for potty accidents doesn't teach them better, it teaches them to hide in fear. You don't just slow down their training, you chip away at the fragile trust they have in you. Even a disappointed look or sigh can leave them sad for hours. Think, let them roam free then? Wait, what comes next is about more than freedom. 6. Being forced to sit still to a golden, that's torture. Golden retrievers are born to move. Their genes are made for chasing, swimming, retrieving. If you only let them out for a 5-minute walk and leave them lying on the floor all day, you're caging a free spirit. Lack of movement not only makes them bored, it leads to obesity, destructive behavior, and depression. You don't need to send them to dog camp, just one daily play session. A game of fetch, a long walk, a swim, can light up their eyes and wagging tail. Have you ever seen a golden smile wide after a good run? But if you think playtime can wait, think again. The next thing they hate is uncertainty. 7. Unpredictable routines creates anxiety and insecurity. Feeding late just today won't hurt, or we'll walk tomorrow instead. But for Goldens, every meal, potty break, and playtime is a psychological anchor. When those moments don't happen at expected times, they feel confused and on edge. They can't control their world, so they rely on patterns. Break those patterns and you break their sense of safety. Ever notice them waiting by the door on days you come home late, ignoring food, just lying there? The next thing, it can directly threaten their life. 8. Being fed grain-free food sounds healthy but may be deadly. You see grain-free on the dog food label and think, sounds healthier. But for golden retrievers, it could be a silent killer. Recent studies link grain-free diets to DCM, dilated cardiomyopathy, a heart disease that affects Goldens. Not because they're picky, but because grain-free foods often lack taurine, a heart-essential nutrient found in grains. Your Golden will eat whatever you give, but you choose whether they thrive or suffer. Have you asked your vet about the right food, or just gone with your gut? When their heart weakens, the next thing can hurt them even more, emotionally. 9. Absorbing your sadness and carrying it as their own. Golden retrievers aren't just dogs, they're emotional mirrors. When you're stressed, anxious, or down, they don't know why. But they feel it all. They'll lie next to you, eyes sad, not playing, not eating, not from fatigue, but from emotional sinking. You think you're hiding it well, but your Golden knows. Ever had your pup snuggle closer when you sigh? The next one is tiny, but causes big, invisible damage. 10. Being forced into fear, mild stress, can become trauma. You think they'll get used to it. But every fear is a storm for a Golden. Be dragged to meet strange dogs, exposed to fireworks, or pushed toward strangers when anxious, each moment chips away at their trust. Goldens don't need to be tough. They need to be understood and gently supported. If they back away, lick their lips, breathe fast, or tuck their tail, they're begging for help. Are you letting your pup battle fear alone? You might think, a clean dog is a healthy dog. But next, cleaning too much causes more harm than good. 11. Overbathing, clean, isn't always healthy. That post-bath smell makes you feel good, but for your Golden too, mini baths strip away their natural skin protection. Goldens have a special oil layer that moisturizes skin, prevents bacteria, and keeps fur soft. Bathe them too often, more than once a month, and you're removing that shield. Worse, if you use the wrong shampoo, chemicals can wreak havoc on their sensitive skin. Ever notice your dog itching nonstop after a bath? And the final thing, they don't hate the action, they hate the feeling it leaves. 12. Losing trust. Even once, it leaves a scar. Goldens live for love. Their loyalty is total and unconditional. But just one act of neglect, leaving them behind, yelling too harshly, forgetting they're waiting in the corner, can crack that pure little heart. They don't hold grudges, but they remember with their eyes, their silence, their sad gaze when you walk away. And that hurts more than anything else. Golden retrievers can't speak, they don't complain, but they feel everything you do. Every little action you take can bring joy beyond words or pain they can't express. Be the kind of parent they deserve, understanding, loving, and respectful of their emotions, just as your golden loves you, no matter what. Have you ever unknowingly done one of these 12 things? Share below so we can all be better friends to these golden hearts. And remember, even the smallest thing can make your golden's eyes sparkle with happiness all day long.